Good afternoon, and here we are with the daily challenge. Now, today's daily challenge has two parts to it. You will need a notepad or a piece of paper to complete this daily challenge. And you will either need to do it first thing in the morning when you get up, ready for the beginning of the day, or last thing in the evening in preparation for the next day coming up. So quite simple, just get your notepad or your piece of paper and write down 3 things that you wish to achieve during that day. Now we're only picking 3 things because we don't want to overload ourselves. So it can be simple, it could be something creative, it could be a job you need to get done, you may need to pay a bill, or it can be things like, okay, so what I would have put down this morning was to do my card reading, to get that done and to record this daily challenge video, and to take the dog for an extra walk, take Hilton for an extra walk today. So you just write that down, and then as you achieve them, I mean, you might choose to do something, you might want to do something creative, you might want to paint a picture or meditate or take yourself for a walk along the beach or go for a swim, or doesn't really matter what it is. Just pick 3 things that you really want to achieve in your day, and then as you do them, just cross them off. And then if there's any left over that you haven't finished at the end of the day, then just put them back on your list for the next day and add your 2 new things. Put what you didn't achieve on the top of your list, and then write 2 more things down. And if any of them, if you've done them 3 times, if you've written it down 3 times and you still haven't managed to do any of the things that you've listed, then by the time you haven't done it for the 3rd day, it generally means that perhaps you don't need to do that after all. You know, if it's a chore that you had to do particularly, then if you haven't managed to get it done over the course of 3 days, it generally means that that's okay, it's not important, you can forget about it and go on with something else. But you give it that 3 days to give yourself the opportunity to get to it and get it done. It's actually writing a list is setting your intention, and when you've achieved that and you cross it off, it gives you a sense of achievement and you feel good about having got it done. It's particularly helpful in helping you get things done that you really have been putting off and haven't been wanting to do as well. So there's, you know, a couple of ways you can use it. You can, perhaps there's something you've been really wanting to do, creative or for your own benefit or whatever, and you've always been too busy and you've been putting your stuff off and not doing things for yourself. So, you know, it could be that sort of instance where you write down the 3 things that you really desire to do, but that you just haven't been able to find time for in your day. It could be that. It could be a job that you need to do. You may need to declutter your wardrobe, or go through your pantry and clean it out, or clean your fridge out. There could be jobs that you find daunting and you know you need to do them, but you've been putting them off and putting them off. These lists are really good for things like that too, because once you've done that, you've got this great sense of a weight being lifted off you. And by actually physically writing it down, it brings it into your mind and puts it into perspective. And then when you've finished it and you cross it off that list, it's a really fantastic feeling, and there it is in black and white to show you that yes, you've done that, you've achieved that, and that's a really good thing. So really simple, and as I say, it doesn't matter what it is, whether it is something that you would really enjoy to do and you haven't been allowing yourself the time, whether it's something you feel you really need to do and you still haven't been getting to it, or whether it's a chore or a job, or it could be like you might be feeling bad about not contacting somebody. Maybe there's a family member you haven't been in touch with because you've been busy and you think, oh, I'll ring up or I'll drop a note to or email to whoever it is, and then you get to the end of the day and you still haven't done it. Well, by writing that down on your list, it draws your attention to it, and by knowing that you can actually, when it's done, cross it off your list, you're much more likely to do it. So that's it. Simple, really easy one, and you'll be surprised at how helpful this is. And just, you know, if it's too much to get your 3 things all done in one day, don't worry. If you only get one thing done and you cross it off, that's fine. Then the next day you write the 2 that are left on there, and if there's anything else that you need to do or want to do too, you can write a 3rd one on. And then just focus on the 2 top ones first, cross them off. And if you haven't managed to do those after 3 days, anything that's on your list after 3 days, then it generally means it doesn't need to be done at this point in time. So leave it go. Do the other more pressing things that you're getting done, and then maybe down the track you might want to put that on your list again if it's still in the back of your mind. But usually if you've had 3 days where you've had it down on your list to do and you don't get it done, generally it means that you don't need to do it at all. Okay, so that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed that little daily challenge. If you did, please give it the thumbs up, share online and subscribe. And I'll be back tomorrow for a daily general reading. Have a wonderful day, whatever you're doing. Love and blessings, Kath. Bye for now.